There we go.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Real to Sports Podcast, another episode of our show, Talk to on Wrestling. We've officially come to the end of the road to WrestleMania.
Yes.
WrestleMania 40 is come and gone. A lot went down. We're going to give you the best of the best and break it on down for you right here, right now on Talk to on Wrestling. Let's go!
That beat was lit.
Hey,
Hollywood Hogan coming out here.
That was giving me ECW vibes.
Word, boy! Hey, that's my dude right there. Man. That's my dude right there, man.
Oh yeah,
hey man! If the theme song is any indication, ladies and gentlemen, around here we don't get hype, we stay hype.
Yeah.
So, like I said, man, welcome back. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on Talk to and Wrestling. We're here to break down WrestleMania XL, the biggest WrestleMania of all time. But before we get to the action, I got to introduce you guys to the Two Live crew. Hanging out with us tonight, man. His city was the host city for WrestleMania this weekend. This man was off the chain. He was losing his mind with every single moment. This man had the time of his life this weekend.
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cody Rhodes' biggest fan. Say what's up, the Philly
Wow. Yes. We finished the story. Boy.
Philadelphia's favorite son.
Yo, I feel like Big E. I feel the power.
Oh Lord,
Yes.
you do dead shoulders.
Yes.
G. Carefully, you know how hosts feel about the comedic characters. Speaking of comedic characters, man, we got to introduce my man, my right-hand man, my tag team partner, the Kevin Nash from my Scott Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, say what's up to the biggest WCW fan in the world, my man, Big A.
Wow.
What's going on, man?
WCW, bro. Hey,
Yes.
Chico, this is where the big boys play? WCW? No, Chico. It is the NWO, Chico.
There you go.
Where my toothpick at?
And last but not least, you can't talk about iconic bad guys without
There he
bringing up
is.
the bad guy.
The bad guy. He's in the building.
Man, the myth, the legend. Y'all know him. Show slow to Cisco. What's going on, Cisco?
I love the booze. I love
He
the
said,
final booze. The final booze. That's
the
right.
final move.
Yes, give him some. Give him some.
Not the final
Give him
boss.
some. Give him some. Yes, the final boo. That's right.
I like that, bro.
That's right.
Yo, the final move. Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Final boo.
It's a good gimmick. I like it.
Oh man, and I am your host for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all can call me Young Mark Briscoe. Happy to be here with you guys tonight.
Yeah.
It was a lot of great wrestling this weekend. And before we get into Cody finishing his story, I gotta show some love to my guy, Mr. Mark Briscoe. Shout out to him. He finished his story Friday night at Supercard of Honor.
Salute.
11 years to the day. It was 11 years to the day Friday that his brother Jay, the late great Jay Briscoe, beat Kevin Owens for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. And 11 years to the day, that same day, his little brother Mark Briscoe won the same championship from Eddie
Mark
Kingston.
Briscoe's the Ring of Honor champ.
Right
Yes,
now,
he
yeah, he
is.
beat Eddie
Yes, he
Kingston
is.
on Friday, man.
And where
That
did
was a
that
barn
happen
burner
at,
of a match.
That's
That
what's
was
up.
a hell of a
Where-
match Friday night.
That was good. It was way overdue. That's
Oh
what's
yeah.
up.
Where was the location for that, Mark?
I think it's on that same place where
Was it Philly?
quarterback by the name of Jalen Hurts plays at. You know, that the home of that team that got beat by
I
Baker
believe it was
Mayfield
the-
in the playoffs.
Whoa. Don't talk about the Eagles now. Watch
Oh
your
yeah,
mouth.
Eagle fan too. We got
Watch
two
your
Eagle
mouth.
fans in here.
Watch your
We
mouth.
got two Eagle fans in
Hell
here.
yeah!
Don't come for
Out
us.
the
Don't
mouth.
come for us like that.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Hey, bro.
Hey, so AEW
go.
was in Philly too?
No, just ROH. It
Absolutely
was an
not.
ROH pay-per-view.
Absolutely
Was
not.
It was an ROH pay-per-view.
Mm-mm.
You know, ROH is its own separate company, and they had a Supercard of Honor Friday night in Philly. It was a lot of great action.
Business,
Well,
but
how
they're not
ironic is that?
AEW.
How ironic is that?
Yeah,
You're
man.
not gonna compete with WrestleMania. I don't even know why you even
But-
try to be in the same city.
No,
Yeah,
but
you know
it's not
you know how
like
many.
that. It's not
It's
like
because
that.
of all the wrestling fans there.
Yeah.
Big A.
Yeah.
Like whatever city WrestleMania goes to, you're always going to see a flood of wrestling related like events and shows held in that area to
I guess
capitalize on.
everybody got to eat too. I guess you know.
ROH
Yeah.
was born in Philadelphia, though, host. So
Yeah.
And they had a pretty good crowd.
That Ring of Honor back in the day was the sure enough truth.
And Mark Briscoe versus Eddie Kingston was a throwback to that time.
Oh, the Briscoes? What?
You better
Take my
believe
money
it.
on that.
they were
Hey,
the
man,
hometown boys.
To Cisco and Philly G, before we kick this thing off, I just want to say to you guys, the only thing worse than Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' performance last season was Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania 20. All right.
Lord.
Now, getting down to the nitty gritty and getting into this WrestleMania, we won't be before you long, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break down the best of the night. We're going to start things off with the title change that happened. I don't know if it's necessarily the title change that a lot of people wanted. I'm talking about Gunther. He's finally been defeated. He dropped the Intercontinental Championship in an emotional match against the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn. I'm going to start with the villain Cisco because nobody breaks down a wrestling match with
I got to hear what Cisco got to say on
like
that.
Cisco, bro. It's like watching that food critic from Ratatouille. You know what I mean?
Word.
So Cisco,
So
break it on down,
how
bro.
do you? It's a two-part question. And start things off with question number one.
all right.
How do you feel about that match overall? Did it meet your expectations? What were your thoughts on Gunther versus Sami Zayn?
Well, from the beginning, it gave you those Rocky IV vibes. You know, you got the guy from Europe versus the guy's Canadian, but I'll say the North American guy. I'll say
right.
But classic. It gave me honestly gave me like ROH vibes. As far as like the presentation of the match, kind of felt like when Cody fought Nick Aldis at All In.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of felt like that. I appreciate how the story was told. Wasn't a long drawn out story, but it was definitely a story of the underdog. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else from WWE to have at least one match centered around that, being that Philadelphia is the fictional home of Rocky Balboa. And so you got this guy named Gunther who he's just who he is. He right now, as far as IC champions, he's a GOAT. As far as IC champions. I believe Gunther could be one of the GOATs as time goes by. But it was time. Gunther is main event money. He's main event money. Mm-hmm. He's got the slaps that are like them chops is like they will sing you to the grave. Like them chops is serious.
Hey, real quick, Cisco, who would you rather take a chop from, Big Show or Gunther?
Big Show.
Oh wow.
Me too, bro.
Yeah.
Because Gunther, Gunther, you see how he was swinging it? Why he was
So wait, so
let's
let's change the question. I'll play this. I'll take it from Gunther. I wouldn't take it from
Thank you.
Walter. I wouldn't take it from Walter. See how I
Okay.
flipped that?
Top the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't
I
mad
wouldn't
at
take it
it.
from
Top the
Walter.
line.
No, not
Walter
Walter.
is different.
Gunther, because his
Walter
is a little
different.
watered down.
Mm-mm.
But
Walter's-
Walter's is devious.
Yeah.
But all in
Ew.
all, I think that was honestly, I think that was the best match on Friday night. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was the best
Okay.
match for
I
me.
ain't mad at it.
Not the best match all weekend, but definitely the best match on Friday.
Feel that.
So yeah.
Philly G. This match was in your backyard, man, in a building in a stadium you've been to before. Did that fight fit with the theme and the spirit of Philadelphia? How did you feel about that match?
It did. You know that personally, my best friend-in-law. I've even said it during that match. Sammy is Rocky in this story. And just like Cody, he's gonna finish his story. I think that
I love it.
this match did live up to the expectation. I didn't expect Gunther to lose though. I'm gonna be real. I had made up my mind before that match. I'm like, Gunther probably not gonna lose. But the moment I saw KO pumping Sammy up, I said, all right. He's his Apollo Creed, basically. He's about to get him pumped up to get that eye of the tiger type of thing. But great match. It made the crowd pop. I know the people said the crowd was dead, but the crowd popped for it. It was a pretty good fan fest there. I liked it. That's all I can really say about it, bro.
Okay.
I know that seemed like a dry ass, like, oh, well, gee, come on, man. There's gotta be more than. Nah, I mean, it was just a match. It was just a match.
Okay.
It was just a
I
match.
ain't mad
man.
at it.
Nah, man, you can't be mad at it, man. We was in Philly. We had a party. And Rocky, I'm sorry, Sammy. Sammy did his thing, man. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah.
So Big A,
Mm-hmm.
you being a man who's not necessarily into the high flying flip super kick spots, but more so into that hard hitting, old school Jim Crockett promotion style of wrestling. What did you think about this match, having that classic overpowering villain taking on the gutsy underdog? How did you feel about that match?
It was good, man. Like Cisco said, it's like Rocky, even when he used the line from Rocky 3, when he said, "I'm afraid," when Rocky was going through. Sami Zayn used that actual line. "I'm afraid." That's what you want me to say? Come on. It's obvious he took it from Rocky. But the match overall was solid. I did not expect Gunther to lose the title. That goes to show, but now it kind of makes sense because Damian Priest is going to need. Well, went too far, but I mean that world title is going to need.
I agree with what you're saying, host.
It's going to need competitors. It's going to need. It's time. Like Cisco said, it was time. It was time. He did his thing. Longest reigning. He got the record. Sold up. All right. Because now the WWE now need top guys for those top titles. It was good. Sami Zayn got it. I think I said this on a prediction that Sami Zayn, he really deserves that Intercontinental title. And I know everybody wants Chad Gable, but he deserves that because look what he did with the Bloodline. Sami Zayn did great work with the Bloodline. He was like the best. And he put in that work. One thing about Sami Zayn, the dude takes an ass whipping. Like he could take a beating. Good Lord. Like the dude could take a beating. It was good though. Like I said, I'm happy for him. I wanted Gunther to win it, but I can't see. It's hard to see Sami Zayn as a champion because he just got that comedic role as a character. It's just always funny. But it was good. It was touching. He got with his family. It was good. It was really good to see KO right there at Gorilla when he was going out. That had me hyped. I had me hyped weekend. I said, okay, all right, Sami Zayn, let's go. But yeah, bro, I enjoyed the match. It was solid. It wasn't really nothing to write home for. I think the Intercontinental title is going to take a down step though. It's going to take a major down step. So, but
I think in this new era, it'll be good for the new era.
What's happening,
What's
Chris?
up?
what up, Chris? What up?
The
I'm
final
here
boss
to
from
show the
Rapid Fire
world.
Wrestling.
He's here to show the world. That's solid though, Mark. It was, yeah.
All right, so allow me to bring a bit of reality to this festival of sunshine and rainbows and positive feelings. Here's your reality check. Gentlemen, you ever gone out to a restaurant, man? You've been thinking about going to this restaurant for a minute. You got your reservations. You know exactly what you're going to get on the menu, only for you to get there and they say, "We're sorry, sir. That item is currently sold out. Can we get you something else?" And you're still, happy because you're out at your favorite restaurant and the food is good, but not quite satisfied because you want the meal that you wanted. That's kind of how I felt about this match. Had I not been so emotionally invested in Chad Gable's story, with the way that they teased him being a once to be thrown Gunther, and the amount of time they put into building up Chad Gable as a contender to beat Gunther, then this moment would have been great. But really, what prevented me from getting into it and really enjoying it as much as you guys was because of that. My humble opinion, it should have been Chad Gable.
Yeah, it should have
Can you imagine how much greater those moments we saw with Sammy would have been had that have been Jason Jordan meeting Chad Gable and Gorilla, and Chad Gable going out there and finally dethroning Gunther on the biggest stage in front of his family?
Yeah.
In my opinion, this would have been a million times better.
The chase, his Chad Gable's chase was more sympathy. We felt it.
Yeah.
There's a little guy with this going against this big guy, and the chase was on like super underdog, like Daniel Bryan type joint. That's why we were so invested. And then here comes Sammy.
From a wrestling perspective, this was the WWE equivalent of AEW teasing a future match between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, and then the match never happening. Right. That's kind of what this felt like for me.
I agree.
I'm hoping they try to rectify it or retcon it tonight on Raw. With it being the Raw after Mania and whatnot. That's what I'm kind of hoping
which
for.
Is coming on in 30 minutes.
But yeah, this match wasn't it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. Moving right along though to a match that had so many twists and turns, man. I thought I was going through the turnpike in New Jersey. My God. I'm gonna start with the villain Cisco, man.
The Jersey man.
The World's Heavyweight Championship changed hands twice in one night at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre finally got his moment in front of a live audience, winning the World Championship when he beat Seth Rollins. Mm-hmm. He got a little too much dip on his chip. Mm-hmm. Started to mess with CM Punk. Him and CM Punk got into an altercation, and then like clockwork, Philly G lost his mind when Damian Priest theme song hit, and the Archer of Infamy went down to the ring, cashed in his Money in the Bank, and became the first Puerto Rican world champion in WWE since Pedro Morales 50 years ago, the first one in the modern era. So, Cisco, I'd like to know, like, what are your thoughts overall with the World Heavyweight Championship, like with the matches you saw at WrestleMania, and what's your outlook for it going forward? How do you feel?
I felt like the match was solid. Kind of figured Drew was going to win only because Seth fought the night before. And I think Seth brought prestige to the title, and he brought enough prestige where the title could be a major player in the WWE cycle right now. Damian Priest, don't get me wrong. I think I think it's deserved. Because eventually something was going to have to give. Like eventually, like listen, you done had this briefcase for almost a year. Like no cashing yet, no nothing. Yeah. I get it. Seth was injured. CM Punk got into the picture, so there was a lot of factors that kind of threw monkey wrenches in the thing. But I think last night was the right moment. It was the right time. And listen, Drew ain't got nobody to blame but Drew. You should have just took your belt, went up that stage, and kept it going. But you wanted to be you wanted to be Mr. Show Off. And then what happened? You got your foot put in your mouth. You got clipped on the table, and then next thing you know, the whole crowd turns purple. And here comes Damien. I screamed. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? What's going on?"
That's what I sound like.
He's like, "I'm
What?
catching it." And I think for me, the icing on the cake was that CM Punk was just sitting on he was sitting on the table, on an announce table, and he's just clapping. He's
chilling.
clapping, like he's poking fun at him, and all Drew is looking real stupid, just looking real dumb.
Yeah.
But all in all, solid match. I expect nothing else from any match that Seth Rollins had. Took a lot of claymores though. I will say that he took about 5.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I know.
But
that match was crazy.
Yeah, but salute to Damian Priest. You know, well deserved. Now we know he is the real leader of Judgment Day, the real leader. We ain't gotta go. But I think eventually it's probably gonna be a feud between him and Finn. Eventually.
Oh yeah,
I can see that.
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yep.
I couldn't agree with you more, Cisco. Big A, my man. You know, we seen a lot of highs early on with this Money in the Bank briefcase, but recently a whole lot of lows, especially with the Money in the Bank holders during the pandemic and coming out of the pandemic. Do you think that the amount of storytelling and then the awesome moment we got Sunday with Damian Priest, do you think that's kind of brought some life back into the Money in the Bank contract going forward? And how do you feel about the World Heavyweight Championship being in the Judgment Day now?
Well, the Money in the Bank should be a little bit more. And like I think we talked about this before a couple of days ago that it lost its life, and that was Vince McMahon. It was Vince McMahon's fault for doing that. When you make Otis, come on, man, he's not even world champion caliber. You know that don't make sense. But now that Money is in the Bank is coming up, I'm predicting.
Okay.
Right now that LA Knight should be the Money in the Bank winner. He should. It should be LA Knight. Yeah.
No.
Should be Money. Yeah. I mean, it's nobody else. Let me tell you why. Because that dude he's a star. He's a star, and he get the shaft. He got the shaft with Roman. He gets the shaft all the time, bro. It's time. It's time for LA Knight. He's a star. They dropped the ball with him. This dude was almost about to get fired by Vince McMahon. He was close to getting fired, bro. And he has come from what was it, TNA? No, he was NWA Power.
No, he
came from both.
He was a former Impact World Champion.
But recently he came from before that he was in NWA Power, right?
He started in Impact, then his Impact contract ran out. He went to NWA in between Impact and WWE, and then he came through, went up NXT, and got called up to SmackDown.
Yeah, that's a guy, man. He deserves it. And as far as Judgment Day, I think in order for Priest to be that, now you are the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, you're the second guy. So honestly, he needs to break away from that. And like Cisco said, you know, with Finn, that should be his startup. He's a champ now. He never been champ. So give him a good startup with Finn. That'll be perfect. A good story, jealousy, and all that good stuff. Get him started. Get him a win. Get him at least a couple of wins for us, the fans, to see that this dude is a legit world champ. We all know he can go for a big guy. I mean, the dude can go. When he was a United States champ and what's the whole archery thing, like it was cool. That was Triple H booking him, but yeah, he got to break away from the Judgment Day because he's the second top guy in the company now. He got to break away from him. If not, that Judgment Day gonna bring him down. It's gonna bring that world heavyweight title down.
So that brings me to my next question to you then, Big A.
Yes, sir.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident in you? How confident are you in Damian Priest being able to carry that World Heavyweight Championship?
See, that's kind of hard because he's never been champ. He's been United States champ, but this is a whole new thing.
Yeah,
you're the world heavyweight champ. So I don't know. Like I said, start off with like Cisco said, start off with Finn first. Start from the bottom. Give us let's kind of get through what he can do with Finn and how he plays that out. Put him in a big match at SummerSlam. See how that plays out, and then go from there. If not, then hey, put Gunther up next. They're gonna have to do some of that world heavyweight title because Cody, man, is taking the WWE title. It's up there now. But go ahead. I'm going too far.
It's all good, man. Philly G, you absolutely lost your mind. Oh, we got a new belt in the house.
Yeah, that's WWE title.
Hey.
Oh, you completely let go of your WCW roots, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Jim Crockett.
I knew he was.
Dang, man.
This one ain't heavy.
Philly G, you absolutely lost your mind when Damian came out to cash in his contract. What made you get so excited for that moment? Why did it resonate so much with you?
Because if y'all remember with the predictions, I had said that Damian was going to cash in on one of the 3 championships I had mentioned. They were going to lose the tag team titles. He was going to cash in. But I think I was dead set on him cashing in for that world championship. I love being right. If anybody knows me, I love being right. Us men don't get that chance because, women are 99% right all the time. That 1%
that door roller across your
got to
head.
take advantage of it. Right. But, I lost it because it's like, I've always liked Damian Priest. I know I may say I don't like the Judgment Day. I don't care for them. But Damian Priest has always been.
Yeah, I like Judgment Day. I like Edge when he was in Judgment Day. It was cool.
Right. I like the Dan,
cool.
but
it was
became
cool.
repetitive after a while. You know what I'm saying? But Damian, I've always had love for Damian, whether he's a heel or not. Him cashing in was awesome. And I agree with what the villain was saying, by the way, about that. He should have went up the ramp. He should have just left. But no, you wanted to get in the face of CM Punk, thinking that he was still injured, telling him to suck it, all that. Now look at you. Now you're on the ground. I knew when Punk was smiling, I knew that Damian was coming. I knew it. But great moment. Where do we go from here? I want to agree with the host, but I'm gonna tell you why. Well, host number 1. I know you host number 2, but I agree with what he said. You gotta figure out something. Bring in Gunther maybe on that. I get that. I know Chad Gable's gonna be going after the IC title at some point with Sami Zayn, but if they don't go that route, have him in the world title conversation. You got to do something to excel it because Cody taking over from Roman. Roman already put it at the top. Now Cody has to keep it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's up there.
So the world title has to compete with that.
Yeah, that shit is up there. I don't think anybody gonna compete with that one.
Yeah, but man, I lost it because of that reason, Mark. Like my man, Mark, man, my best friend-in-law. I think he was sitting there like, I don't even know this man right now. I was losing it.
No, I wasn't ashamed at all. It's to be honest with you, it was a special moment for me in a different sense. Seeing Philly G react the way that he did, just because here recently, man, watching WWE has been tougher than it ever has been before at any point in my life because of how bad the creative had gotten under Vince.
Yeah.
And I just remember WrestleMania a couple of years ago when they were in New Orleans, man. I was just so freaking over it that by the main event, man, I just
30
didn't. Not 30.
No,
I think it was 34.
34.
It was when Daniel Bryan made his in-ring return. that Mania outside of like maybe two matches was such a letdown for me. I was just so over it. So they go from being almost apathetic about WrestleMania, the biggest event of the year. They go from that level of apathy to seeing my friend lose his absolute God given mind over a wrestling moment was pretty cool for me because I'm like, all right, it feels like wrestling is kind of back to a very healthy place, especially in the WWE. So that was pretty
Mhm.
cool. I've been a fan of Damian Priest slash Punisher Martinez
Woo!
since he joined Ring
Yes,
of Honor.
Punishment
Uh,
Martinez. Yes.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
my guy. So to see him finally get his moment was cool for
Mark
me.
gets where I'm coming from there.
I think he kind of proved himself that
Mhm.
he was worthy of it in the
Yeah.
sense of like anything the company's asked him to do, he's done it. Whether that's teaming with a music superstar at WrestleMania to having a legitimately great match with an untrained wrestler, um, and being the bad guy in your home turf in Puerto Rico was pretty cool. And I think honestly, I think that match with Bad Bunny at Backlash last year is what kind of solidified it for Damian. Like, okay, we can trust him to put the title on him. He's very entertaining both in the ring and on the mic, very safe to work with, and he puts on some really great matches and tell a great story. So I'm happy for him, and I hope he goes far and has a nice, healthy reign with the title. And we got some interesting, juicy storylines at our disposal with him as the world champion. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty darn excited.
And you know what, Mark? I think he's gonna be good because Triple H, that's Triple H's baby, Damian Priest. It's his baby
Right.
because well, one of his kids, put it like that, because you know the with the, you know
Yeah.
that was Triple H. So Triple H, you know, he booked him. So now Triple H is the booker. I think he's gonna. I think we're gonna see some really good points for Damian Priest, but
Yeah,
he
man.
is gonna have to deliver. I think Triple H is gonna put him in the perfect positions, but he is gonna have to deliver.
And I think he
Yeah.
will. I believe. I don't think. I know he will.
You
Because
better.
that was the second greatest heist in WrestleMania history. If you know about the first one, then you know what I'm talking
Yeah, Rollins. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was crazy.
I can never forgive him for it. I
Yeah,
love
Crazy,
Rollins, but I
crazy
can
with
never
the
forgive him
word.
for it.
I was mad as hell too. I was like, ah,
Like,
damn,
Brock, come on, Brock. And
damn
then,
it.
then he's coming down the damn ramp. It's like, oh my god.
I was mad. I was like, God, man, Seth Rollins. God, man.
Should have brought
Whatever.
the cross
Speaking
again.
of crazy, every year at WrestleMania, we always have this one crazy moment that takes our breath away and is like the attention stealer of the show. WrestleMania 10 with Shawn jumping off the ladder on Razor. Edge spearing Jeff Hardy off the ladder at Mania 17. It's always some crazy moment in a match that just makes the match steal the show. So my question for you, gentlemen, and I'm gonna start with the hot man right now, Philly G. What was the match on this stacked WrestleMania card that stole the show for you, or what was your steal the show moment?
For me, whew, I'm gonna be honest, man. That triple threat for the US title, that RKO was smooth. There was so many spots in that match. That RKO definitely did it for me. And then I show Speed popping up and finding out it was actually real. Um, yeah, that was a moment. You know what I'm saying? Um, like real stuff. If I'm picking a moment, it was definitely or a match. I would say the whole match was pretty awesome. That triple threat.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
Cisco, what was your steal the show moment this year's WrestleMania?
I mean, we gotta be real about it. I mean, the main event last night, like that
Yeah.
that for me,
Yeah.
first of all, you got the nostalgia part of it. Because if you notice, every person that Roman beat that was a face came back to help Cody finish his story. It's the
Very true.
listen, this blood. I watched Roman's Legends biography on A&E,
Mm.
and to hear him talk about how he watched WWE during the pandemic and basically said he saw how trash it was, storytelling wise, everything. Like literally, the bloodline story has been going on since the pandemic 4 years ago.
Mhm.
And now to see it culminate the way it has. Like last night, it was just for me, it was the greatest story ever told. As far I don't see it ending yet because I'm hearing that one of my favorites on the indie scene is coming up. I heard he signed, and
Do that.
Jacob Fatu.
Mm. Damn.
Jacob Fatu, and they said he signed a WWE. So, and my thing is, if Roman is taking time away,
Mhm.
why not have this badass dude come in but Roman and Paul still keep being the puppets, the puppet masters behind it, and somehow just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like I said last night, to see Cody get that, and to see all the elements that was implemented with, they got Dusty's Rolex and they gifted it to him. You know what I'm saying? Before the match, like just all these components, it brought reality into fiction. And for me, um, I'm big on storylines. Like I need to be invested in a match for me to even give it my attention. A lot of matches, and I hate to do the sidebar thing, but that's like one of my big issues with AEW is that there's really no storyline. I'm just being honest.
I feel it. I feel it.
There's no real storyline. So like, it's a
Get
lot
straight
of
to the
good.
action.
It's a lot of good dream matches. It's a lot of those. But where's my investment at? It's not there. Honestly, the only investment I got over there right now is Swerve.
Yeah.
And Will Ospreay. That's really it. But for me, yeah, the main event last night, because it was so emotional. It was so emotional. I think everybody cried. I mean, even Samantha Irvin was crying. I'm like, yo,
Don't say that name too loud, bro. You gonna get Big A kind of started. Don't do
No, still
it.
better than never.
oh, you don't like her?
Yeah, hell no. But yeah. I can't dig Samantha, bro. But that part, I can cool. I was cool on that. I was
Well,
cool.
here's some good news for you, Big A.
Yes,
If
sir.
you ever get WWE 2K24, you can change who you want to be the ring announcer. So if you don't like Samantha, you can choose somebody else.
You can choose Alicia
Can I get
Taylor
Howard
or
Finkel?
Mike Rowan.
No,
You gonna get,
you got Howard,
No,
bro.
you gonna
we
get
ain't
Howard
going that
Finkel,
far
bro.
back now. We ain't
If
going
it ain't
that
Howard
far
Finkel, I
back.
ain't with it.
You have to do it.
If it ain't Howard Finkel, I ain't with it, bro. Nah, bro.
But Big A, what was your moment that you felt like stole the show this year? Mania? Do you have a match or a specific moment? What would you say was definitely the showstopper at WrestleMania this year?
Yeah, I agree with Cisco, man. The ending, that was a great. That's how you're supposed to end a WrestleMania. That's how you're supposed to end a feud. That's how you're supposed to end a dominant dynasty like the Bloodline. I'm with it. That was a great moment. I grew up a Dusty guy. Everybody did. Everybody would be Dusty. And
You comment, man.
yeah, man, for real. Like that is, and that's cool. The Dusty's kid finally got it. I would love to see. First of all, in that ending, of course, I wanted to see Stone Cold. I was just like, come on, that glass is breaking. Oh my God. But anyway, that didn't go. And I also wanted to see Goldust. But
That wasn't happening.
Yeah,
I know it. Yeah, I know it.
Tony Khan, he let him come down.
Not at all. So that would have been super crazy. But yeah, that moment and my little ha moment is in that match, yo, Roman Reigns is just so good. Roman Reigns hit the crossroads and he kicked out and he said, "Yo, you ain't gonna win
He
with
said
this
that
move.
move sucked. Why
That
did you
move
do it?
sucked. nobody win with this move." I
that
said,
was
"Yo,
a moment.
yo, Roman
He was
is
like,
man. I'm telling you, bro. He is a
Wait,
yo,
I'm
he
sorry.
was talking trash the whole match, bro.
That's Roman for you.
I'm sorry.
Word.
You said what was the best moment of the WrestleMania, right? That was the
Yeah.
question you asked, right?
No,
So
she's not.
It was for me. Honestly, for me, it wasn't a wrestling match. It was Paul Heyman. For me, it was Paul Heyman getting his Hall of Fame.
Oh man, that was the best speech ever.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
was
that's
for
best speech
me
ever.
being an ECW guy, and to be like I've been following him since he was Paul E. Dangerously, like skinny
Yeah.
Paul E.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Dangerous and all
saying?
that.
When he was in the NWA before it became WCW.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me to see him, because for me, there's two GOATs when it comes to managing. It's him and Bobby Brain Heenan.
Bam. Right
For
on it.
me.
Right on it.
So to see him get his flowers, and then to see him put Paul Levesque over the way he did, it was class. And then he brought the leather jacket out with the hat.
Yeah. I got
the
hyped.
headset.
It
Is
just
this
felt
still the
good.
phone that I cracked on Sting?
Like it just felt good. And I was like, yo, this dude, like, no, not for nothing. Vince always was a hater. He was always a hater. Even when he hired him, he was always a hater. But Paul, I just feel like Paul is just a normal guy who got to chase his dream and got to achieve it. So for me to see that was my highlight for the whole. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I shed a tear. I don't know
It's
why,
emotional.
but I shed a tear.
Because you was connected. You was
Yeah, I was
connected
like-
to what he was, and you could probably relate to what he was
I
saying.
told my
I mean,
daughter,
he
I
ain't
said,
the-
why am I crying?
Yeah.
My
Look,
daughter was like, are
the-
you okay?
The villain ain't the only one though, man. I had to keep myself from crying. I just kept
No.
saying ECW,
Real.
ECW.
And then
Yeah.
for them to have the
Like,
guys
man.
there, like Bubba there,
Yeah.
Yes.
Tommy Dreamer, Sabu.
Devon.
I mean, not Sabu. Yeah, Devon, Rob Van Dam. It was beautiful.
Oh man, yeah.
We ain't even gonna talk about Sabu, but that's
Rey Mysterio.
another
Rey
story.
Mysterio was there, but we can't forget that match against Sabu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
we
and
can
you-
forget. If you talking about One Night Stand 2006, we can definitely forget that match. Respectfully,
Oh, the one with
We can
Rey
forget that.
Mysterio and Sabu. Yeah, we forget that
Respectfully.
one.
We,
They
I'll
both-
never
they-
forget
they-
those stands.
Mark,
But-
if you don't mind, if I can say this, man, that
Go ahead,
the you can tell that he mentioned the Hall of Fame. You can really tell you can see the paradigm shift in the WWE now, and you can tell that these guys really did not like Vince McMahon's leadership.
No.
They
Yeah.
are so comfortable and they are so happy now because Paul Heyman said something. He dropped little crumbs in his speech, and he said creative is so freely now with
Mhm.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Triple H listens, and he listens to
Vince
everybody.
didn't do that.
Vince
didn't
will
do
get there and tap the script, and then he'll write it all over again. Now you got to mess up the show. But you could tell that from the roster, from A to Z, that everybody is happy, everybody is comfortable.
Yeah.
We about to now because after WrestleMania, it's always the new season coming over.
yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna have a WWE draft. I don't know when, but we're gonna have a
I was
WWE
probably
draft.
after Backlash.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be major. It's gonna be major. But now, like I said,
We're
you
gonna
can see
cover it
the-
on the Little Sports podcast.
Bam, my man,
Definitely.
Listen,
Oh,
my
definitely.
man, my man.
when
I
when your
will be
daughter comes back and she's happy, that speaks volumes.
Stephanie, that's exactly
That
right,
says a
bro.
lot.
And,
That's
and just,
exactly right.
And that's just like Triple H said last night. He said it felt good to have my wife back.
See what
Yeah.
I'm
He said
saying?
it felt good.
Oh man, and what you
Vince
did
was
now,
such a
bro,
cancer.
That was a
I can't
I ain't
believe
gonna
Bruce
lie.
Pritchard is Bruce Pritchard. I can't believe Bruce Pritchard's still there because he sucked too.
Yeah.
But
I
go ahead,
can't
Mark.
lie
But
to
that's
you.
because Triple H got a soft spot for him. That's all.
So,
Yeah, I'd
that's
rather him than John Laurinaitis.
facts.
Oh
Thank
God,
you.
no.
Thank you.
Wow.
Mark,
Not the
Jesus
Predator.
Christ. Even
Not
even
the-
when he was an on-screen character, I hated
The
him.
only
Like,
good
People
thing
Predator.
from him is the fact that he's from Philly. That's about it.
Yeah.
no,
No.
that John Laurinaitis almost single-handedly killed my love for professional wrestling. That's not an
No, I know.
exaggeration.
I'm
You don't
saying
like people
the only
power.
good thing about him. the
You
only
don't
good
understand
thing
people
about
power.
That era
outside of
sucks.
that,
People Predator.
the people
But
Predator.
My steal of the show moment, my
Yeah, let
steal
me-
of the show
what you got,
moment
Mark?
from the weekend was seeing R-Truth do his comedic stick during that tag team match and still walk away with the gold. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When he when he did that hot tag moment, bro, I kind of got a little giddy inside.
Oh
I ain't
yeah,
gonna
so
lie.
we did John Cena gig.
I
Yeah,
popped
but
up
that,
a
that
little.
joint
That was hot.
tickled me. I can't even
Yeah,
lie
You
to
know,
you.
I popped
that
for
joint was
that
hot
too.
though. Yeah, that was
But
hot.
I
that
knew it
was
was
my
coming.
steal the show moment. Just seeing him, like, I don't know anybody in the history of WWE who has had worse creative handed to him than R-Truth. To see
Yeah,
him
well,
persevere and literally make the most out of whatever he was given. They've literally never taken him serious, but he stuck with it. The fans stuck behind him, which I don't know how he was able to do it, but he was. So to see him finally win a match at WrestleMania and
okay.
have his moment, man, was definitely pretty cool for me, and that was my steal the show moment. Now we got to get to the moment everybody's been waiting for, the moment everybody's been talking about. I'm gonna sum it all up into one question for you, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with the host. Well, Big A. He's the
Man of
OG
different
of us
names.
wrestling fans, man. It's crazy to think about it. Tom Brady's retired from football. Bill Belichick has got fired as the head coach of the New England Patriots. Nick Saban stepped down from Alabama. John Calipari has left Kentucky.
Yeah.
And the XFL died and was reborn twice.
Facts.
All of this in the time span since Roman Reigns took over as the Universal Champion in WWE, and his reign finally came to an end Sunday night. So we're going to spend the rest of our time here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, talking about this. It's a lot to get into.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with part one, and I'm going to go to the OG Big A. How will Roman be remembered for his bloodline run? Like, do you think he has changed professional wrestling forever? What are your thoughts on his historic run as undisputed champion in WWE?
From seeing him as well, we got to see a lot of layers of Roman Reigns, the character, and Joe Anoa'i as the person, the man, on that journey. From seeing him from FCW to coming over into WWE, man, is the guy has, you could tell he was evolved, and here we go shooting off on Vince McMahon again, who was basically shoving them to us, push. We want the fans, everybody. We don't. Everybody wanted Daniel Bryan at the time. Daniel Bryan was hot, but no, Vince kept saying no, Roman. Yeah, Roman, but it wasn't time. And I think Roman said that. It wasn't my time yet. But to go back to Roman, man, like I said, we've seen different layers from Joe Anoa'i, to the leukemia, and he stepped behind the curtain and gave us his personal issues and whatever with the leukemia. He lost his brother, who was AKA Rosie. Uh, losing Umaga, and just dealing with different things. And then, those of you wrestling fans remember when he was in that promo battle with John Cena. John Cena ate him up. And
Completely addressed that man on national TV.
he killed him. And so, but after that, Roman began to start being Roman. And I think it was what was it? He said, I think it was Jay that said when he changed it, he looked at it and he said, "Oh, that's Joe," because Roman he didn't know how to handle that babyface character. He needed to be himself, and when he started being himself, he started getting that swag. But the biggest influence, man, was Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, as Cisco said, and Philly G and everybody else, is Paul Heyman. He's a super great promo. He is one of the greatest promos. I mean, the guy is just a genius. He look what he done for Brock Lesnar. I mean, Brock Lesnar couldn't talk, and he was just the beast. Paul did the talking, Brock did the fighting. But for Roman Reigns, man, just incredible run as a champ. and it's well deserved. A lot of people don't agree with it because there's always Solo Sikoa coming in, but ladies and gentlemen, he's a heel. He's a heel. He's a sneaky heel. That's his role. But I really enjoyed it. Respect to the man. I'm gonna book. I don't think he's left yet completely. So Mark, I'm thinking, bro. I'm gonna shoot definitely. It's gonna be. It might be Rock and Roman. No. I think it's gonna. No, I'll leave that be. I'll leave that be. But again, Tribal Chief. The name. The name it fits him. I love it, man. He was a great heel. He was at one time the best heel in pro wrestling. That's AEW, all over the place. He was just the heel, the mannerism, the swag he had. So it fitted. It fitted, man. I'm proud of him, man. I mean, it's a long ride. It was a long ride.
Yeah.
I think WWE got the right man to lead into the next chapter of WWE. Roman was the guy to lead in last chapter. Yeah, he was the guy. And I think WWE has got the new guy now. So we can see what's next for the Tribal Chief. We'll see what's next for him.
Philly G, my guy. What let's see what Chris says. Tribal Chief Roman is the GOAT, carrying the company while still dealing with leukemia.
I wouldn't say he's the GOAT. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT.
I'll say he's a GOAT of this era.
This era, yes.
Like he is to this era what Cena was to the mid to late 2000s, what Austin was to the Attitude Era, and what Hogan was during the Golden Era. I think that's a fair assessment.
I get that he was battling leukemia.
Yeah, but his work as a heel was just so great.
Yeah, and I'm not getting that he was battling leukemia. That's just not no walk in the park, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
battling
he made
type of cancer it's hard, and especially
absolutely.
carrying a company for 4 years, doing that. Yeah. That's a lot.
And he made main event Jey Uso. He made him.
He did.
Like literally.
Yeah,
So
he had to bring it out.
That's my question for Philly G. You've been a diehard wrestling fan for decades now. Where does the Roman Reigns story and the Bloodline story, where does that rank in your all-time like wrestling storyline list?
Oh Lord.
Honestly,
Mark's shooting him out today. Holy moly.
Yeah, he is. But kind of like the villain said earlier, and I said that to you a long time ago as well, best friend in law. Way before WrestleMania 40 was in Philly. The greatest story ever told was being written right in front of our faces. It's a shame for fame, Busterhead. But anyway, honestly, bro, where it ranks at storyline wise, I don't think I'm wrong when I say this. It's got to be number one. I've seen so many. I've seen so many storylines. I was like, oh, this is great. This Bloodline storylines kept.
No, bro. No, bro. I got to step it down, boy. Ain't no storyline bigger than Kane and The Undertaker.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you can't touch that, boy.
Yeah, okay. I'm still sticking with what I said, but okay, I get it. I'll say one or two, and they ain't number two. Yeah, okay. But anyway, as I was saying, definitely one of the greatest storylines that we've ever seen. It's top two.
Yeah, it's
and cool. The way it's been written, the way it's been told, is the right way. And like I was saying before, guys, whether I like the way that they did things or not, the Bloodline storyline kept me watching. What's going to happen this time? Oh, Roman's going to lose this time. Brock Lesnar's going to beat him. You destroyed him. Your family came out, did that.
Yeah.
Everybody came up and got knocked down.
Yeah.
And even Edge, a returning Edge, couldn't do it.
He knocked a lot of people down, boy.
Yeah.
Sure did, on his way.
I can't lie to you. As somebody who had to sit through the Triple H reign of terror during the early 2000s. At
Reign of
first,
Terror.
I can't lie. And at first, when I was in the moment, I hated Roman and the Bloodline because I was like, this has gone on too long. Like I'm bored with it. But looking back on it, and the longer the story went on, uh, it's low key, and I hate to say this, it's low key the second best long term storytelling I've ever seen in wrestling. And when I say long term, Undertaker and Kane was a great story, but it was kind of told within like the span of a couple of months to a year. But one of the longer storylines I've ever seen outside of that one was the Outsiders invading WCW and the formation of NWO, because that was so original and so unique, especially during that time period for wrestling. That's still my number one when it comes to long term storytelling. But literally right there, neck and neck with it, right behind it, I think is the Tribal Chief Bloodline storyline. Because literally that could have been Roman's whole career, and it would have been a Hall of Fame career, even if we didn't go through the era where Vince was force feeding him to us. Even if we didn't have to go through, the stuff with the Shield, or I'm not a bad guy, I'm not a good guy, I'm the guy, like going through that era.
Oh,
Even
terrible.
if you would have erased all of that and just literally done it via the Bloodline, it would have been a Hall of Fame career. And that's why I feel like his long title reign was a lot better than Triple H's reign of terror, because there was a cohesive, very entertaining, very engaging story being told throughout all of it. Uh, so yeah, as far as long term storytelling, it's squarely number two for me. But moving on to the match itself,
Well, one more. I didn't say. One of my favorites, '97 Sting, when he's Crow Sting, and
yeah,
they was everybody was trying to push him. Is he gonna go NWO or WCW? NWO or WCW?
All right.
One show.
Top three.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I go on and on with that, but that was big because I remember I was in middle school or something like that, and we used to be like, oh man, is Sting gonna go WCW or is he gonna go NWO? Because one show he's with NWO, the next show he's with WCW. He'll beat up Lex Luger, then he'll beat up Hogan. Like, oh, it was good. But anyway, go ahead, Mark.
going on to the match itself, man. There were so many different moments in this match. We talked about the surprise returns
The
and everything like
the
that.
main event.
Yeah,
Okay,
sticking with
okay,
Roman and
okay.
Cody.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts overall as that match in terms of like a WrestleMania main event? Did it have that big fight feel for you? Where do you put it with some of the other WrestleMania main events we've seen over the years? Give me your review of that match itself. Start with you, Big A.
Yeah, I mean, it's short and sweet, man. It is definitely a big fight field. It's a lot of story behind this. A lot of story, because even go back to FCW, because Dusty is the one that brought in Roman Reigns, so that connection, and then the whole chase, of it. WWE knew that they dropped the ball with Cody when he won the Royal Rumble last year, and now so now they're gonna rewrite history and let him win back-to-back Royal Rumble, something that ain't been done since Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold. So
Shawn
now
Michaels, Stone Cold, and Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Boom. So now, yes, right. So here we go now. Now they're rewriting it. Now they got that guy. Like I said, it was a good journey with this, man. Cody evolved in a way with this. The Rock came in and put his touches on it, of course. This was good, man. This match was good, and it told a good story, because like I think Cisco said that every superstar that came out that interfered, that's who all Roman ran through. And what it also says that is those guys, Undertaker and Cena and of course Rollins, that Shield Rollins, that was pointless. You put on the Shield joint, then you get beat up.
Like, there was some storytelling with that.
You didn't get the storytelling with that.
There was a ton of rich story in that.
That was for Roman to get his get back. And I even said during the match,
not to cut into
Big A's time,
No, you good.
You don't have no time to do that get back.
Oh, okay.
Forget that. You can deal with that after.
Yeah.
You need to defend
Okay.
your title. And I said that
Okay, I
going
got
in.
you.
But when he got his get back, it was like, all right, you're gonna lose.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't know if you guys remember, but literally after they broke up, Roman went straight into the world title picture, and it was
True.
Dean Ambrose that started feuding with Seth. So
Yeah.
really, Roman never really crossed paths or had an opportunity to get back at Seth. And if you remember the match they had at the Royal Rumble, I believe it was 2022, when they had their one-on-one match, Seth came out in the Shield get up with the Shield theme song, and Roman was shook like for the first time in his reign as tribal chief. He was
Yeah.
visibly shook.
I was tripping out. I was like, shield down. Oh, shield. I was like,
And
whoa.
then,
I thought Ambrose. I was like, huh? What's going on here? It's
so
good.
yeah, there was a lot of rich storytelling with that. So I'm
A lot of
genuinely
rich.
not mad at that.
But it seemed like the superstars was telling you that, hey, we're tired of the same old ending. Because here comes
Yeah.
Solo. Solo interfered, or he did something twice, and
I
Cody
called
kicked
it
out.
right on.
Yeah. So now here comes Cena coming down here to beat up Solo, and then here comes Rock, and now here comes Taker. Now these guys are tired. They're tired of this, man. It's time to look. Forget all this bloodline. Forget all this mess. Let's go ahead and end it. It was a good ending. I loved it, man. It was cool. Only thing I did not like, I don't think I didn't like. I ain't like. All right, so he hit the crossroads on him three times, two times, three
Yeah.
times.
It's called the trifecta.
Early in the match, right?
He went for it early in the match.
No, he did it.
Uh,
He hit him 3 times with it.
No, if I remember
he hit him
correctly, the
twice.
first time he went for it,
He twice.
Solo spiked him, and then
And
the
the
second
third
time he
time-
went for it was when he pinned him and won.
No, I'm talking about he hit him
Right.
consecutive crossroads. He hit him twice.
Yeah,
What I'm
yeah,
saying,
he
hit
did
it
that
twice,
spot twice.
and then he got
In the
spiked
early in the match, right?
last year.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
time he did it was when
See-
Solo spiked him.
Yeah. No. I'm not. I'm talking about last night.
Yeah, no, literally, the spot happened twice. So he went for the trifecta of Crossroads twice.
Okay.
Literally, the first time he did it was a callback to WrestleMania last year.
And
where
how many times he do it?
He hit it twice, and then Solo
Okay.
spiked him.
Okay.
Then
So
the
what?
second time he did it, he was actually successful and won.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. He hitting it twice. It's kind of like that should have been his finish, but he hit it. He already hit it earlier. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just like if you watch, because basically this is all Rocky 3. When he was hitting Clubber Lang, he was come on, bang, come on, bang. He was hitting him every single
Is that
time.
all
Come
you
on.
got?
Bam. Yeah, he was getting it to
Are
him.
you crazy or something?
To
I ain't
finish him
breathing
off,
heavy.
though. It's just like when Rocky finished off the Russian. He kept bingo, bongo, bongo. That's what Cody should have did. He should have crossroad until he couldn't crossroad no more to make sure to seal the deal. But anyway, it was still good. It was still good ending, man. It's good to see old Mama Rhodes out there, see his wife and all that good stuff, man. So this is the new era.
Yeah, man.
It's a new era. Drew to the game.
What's going on?
Rock brought it up for taking on a few months back. Shake it up. Yeah, he did. Rock put it 3 times in a row, then later came back and hit 2. Yeah, so I'm saying he should have hit it 1 time and then get it to him really at the end, because that's when you're trying to finish him off. But
Yeah.
it still worked out. It still
I
worked
can
out.
see that.
Yeah.
Philly G. They say oftentimes that the sequel is rarely better than the movie that came before it.
That's true.
Do you think Cody versus Roman 2 was as good, if not better, than what they did last year in Los Angeles?
Last year, it was much of the same.
Mark has got the questions.
getting-
I tell you.
Right. That's what I think I have the answer.
Woo!
It changes it.
You ain't kidding, boy. You shooting them things out.
But to answer your question, Mark, it's like, last year was more repetitive. It was more the same thing. We talked about that behind the scenes as well. Solo getting involved, and then it's ending with Roman on top. This time around, the sequel, if you haven't watched it last year, if you weren't watching it last year, this sequel had you sitting there that whole time, every single moment, every single second. Um, the sequel was just better, man. But if I could go in depth with the match real quick, won't be before y'all long. I can't drop the F bomb. I'm gonna keep it clean. That was freaking awesome, bro. The way that they did it.
Rock did it.
And
Rock said,
was
"Look,
like-
you take another, you count again, you fucking fired."
yeah.
Yo, gotta love Rock, bro.
Gotta
Gotta love Rock.
It was like, you
That
know,
was hot. Yeah.
it was bittersweet for me because, you know, me being a big Cena fan, seeing Cena come down and help out, but he had beef with Solo, so we knew he had to handle his business. Then The Rock comes out, handles his business on John Cena. It's like, all right, but you got to go back before that. We talking about John Cena and Undertaker helping. What about Jey Uso spearing his brother off the daggone ramp into a table?
Yeah.
Hold on. Before you go any further, I gotta ask Big A. Was that moment they had better than their match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We agree
That match,
on that.
that match
Yeah.
stink.
No
I was like,
hesitation.
there's no way.
Yeah.
There's
And the
no way
reason-
that he's gonna spear his brother.
Yeah, that match stink. But they should have been on the same show. But they one on Raw, one on SmackDown. So that means they're not really intertwining like
Yeah.
that. So that's why I wasn't invested, because I'm like, damn, you should have put them on the same show and let
Can't say
them
the same,
let them collide with each other, man. Like, let them talk one on one to each other. You know, it was just too separate. But it's a good spot though.
Same host. I was invested. I was eating all night, and then, you know, a friend of mine, he runs RFW. I won't name drop, but he was wearing the No Yeet shirt. I was fully invested in this match.
Yeah, well, it just wasn't a story. Like, it wasn't that brother. It wasn't that Kane versus Undertaker. It wasn't
Yeah.
that. It wasn't that
Yeah.
Owen Hart versus Bret Hart. It wasn't that Hardy versus Jeff Hardy.
It wasn't
it
something
just
like
wasn't
that, but it was like,
Even
you
Christian
know,
Cage and goddamn Edge has a story. Like
yeah.
it just didn't pop for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. That was the one thing I felt like I was missing.
Yeah.
There was so much story to be told, but I feel like
Yeah.
the story kind of got rushed.
Yeah, it did.
I think if they would
It
have
did.
spent more time and maybe built up to this match, maybe
That's
next
it.
year at WrestleMania, it would have
That-
hit a little bit harder. But
Or we could have got it at SummerSlam. We didn't have to
Yeah.
get it now at Mania.
Yeah, we could have
Yeah.
got it. I think SummerSlam would have been more lit, but you should have
would-
made it a street fight
No, I should have put it in
would've
Hell in a
been
Cell.
or Hate in the Cage.
hey,
But you know, but yeah, man, I just think overall that match was, if I could give it stars, it was 10. And
forget 7-star FTR, it's 10-star Cody.
it was freaking awesome. It was awesome, man. And wow, I can't believe that WrestleMania happened in Philly, guys. I can't get over that. I finally got to see one in Philly.
Who was that?
Huh?
LA Knight. Mark my words. LA Knight should be Money in the Bank. It should be Money in the Bank with her. Shit.
I wouldn't
Let's
be against it.
Let's go. And the United States title, I see where they're going with this, because I did say that who did I say? Kevin Owens should get it. I think what's going to happen with that, because I forgot my dumb self. The SummerSlam is in Cleveland. Logan Paul is from Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're gonna have that hometown thing. You coming in with the belt, but I think that's where he drops it though, because he already had his WrestleMania moment. Okay,
You had
So
multiple WrestleMania moments.
exactly.
You had
So,
WrestleMania, you got SummerSlam.
but
At this
as
point,
a
he's
United
a
States
celebrity Hall of
champion,
Famer.
as a United States champion, it's time. Kevin Owens has to get the title.
I don't
Randy
know if it's already
Orton.
Kevin.
He has to. Yeah. I mean, because he's looking at the body of work. I thought that Kevin Owens, since Sami Zayn got Intercontinental title, Kevin Owens should get it, because both of them last year, they both won the unified WWE Tag Team Championships together. So I thought they were both going to get each separate title this year together, but it didn't work out. But Kevin Owens should get it, man. He ain't had a title in a long time. Randy Orton needs to be in a feud of some sort, or in that division with Cody Rhodes for the WWE title. He need to be in there. Randy Orton doesn't need to be in the United States title.
that
Yeah.
brings me to my next question for the
Oh, I'm
two of
sorry.
y'all
Damn, my bad. See, you gotta
before we
stop
get
me,
out of
Mark.
here. It's all good, man. It's all good. So the last question before we get out of here: WrestleMania is in a rearview mirror now. Is there an opponent or is there a storyline that you really, really want to see now that Cody is the world champion? I'm gonna start with you, Big A. Any title feud or title match that you need to see while Cody is the champion?
Yeah, Cody versus Rock SummerSlam. Because we haven't seen the last of his final balls. So here it is now that he's gonna be Rock is gonna be mad that he lost the title, right? So now he's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna step up and take the reins of it. I'm gonna step up and do it. And then he's gonna lose, of course, at SummerSlam. Roman, I don't see Roman being wrestling for a while. But definitely Cody Rhodes, take my money. Cody Rhodes versus The Rock at SummerSlam because they got to keep this ball rolling, Mark. They got to keep the adrenaline rolling. You got Cody Rhodes on a high right now, coming from Mania to SummerSlam. SummerSlam is your second biggest pay-per-view. SummerSlam your second biggest pay-per-view, and they got to keep it hot. And to keep it hot, that would be perfect, bro. That would be perfect. The Cody Rhodes first title defense. He beat Roman Reigns. Now he's gonna beat the final boss. That's it, and that'll be the end of the bloodline. That'll be it. I see it. Take my money.
Philly G, what match or what storyline are you looking forward to the most with Cody holding on to that WWE Championship?
Honestly, I see both Roman and Seth taking time off. It won't be Seth for sure. I like the idea.
I'm with that. Cody and
versus
Randy.
Cody versus
I'm with that.
Gunther.
It's a lot of
I can
story
see
behind
Cody
that.
versus Randy because Randy is most likely on his way out as well. I would love Cody versus Gunther, but Cody versus Rock makes more sense. Being
Okay.
heated about how they lost, I get that.
Oh yeah.
Would I like? Would I
Yeah.
like to see it? No, because after what Rapid Fire Wrestling just said, Gunther. I've been high on Gunther since he was Walter, and we're talking about Defiant Wrestling, not NXT.
Gunther.
Defiant, yes, formerly known as Walter.
Yeah,
I
but
would
you
love
got.
to see Cody versus Gunther.
Yeah, but I mean, Gunther actually belongs with that world heavyweight title because they don't have anybody on this side except him and Drew McIntyre.
Damien's a heel.
Yeah, he's gonna turn babyface.
I mean,
People gonna
he
love
is
him.
babyface. I keep trying to tell y'all that.
Yeah, he's gonna
right
turn.
now.
I think he's gonna turn babyface because the jealousy
him.
of Finn Balor. Finn Balor's gonna stay a heel. He's gonna get jealous at Priest.
Best
Priest.
friend, I know I was losing. Oh, go ahead.
No, you good. But people gonna get behind Priest because why? He's a first time champ. They're gonna get behind him, bro.
That
Nah,
and then, like I said, I know I was
the other
going
way around.
crazy. I know
The
I
other
was
way
going
around?
crazy, but that crowd was loud. That crowd was popping for Damian Priest. They're
It
behind
was.
him.
It was.
I see.
Shout out
I
to the
see
live
Stan
chat. We
on.
see y'all. Shout out to
What's
y'all.
going on?
Live chat. What's up?
Baby,
What's up?
baby.
That's watching the show. What up now?
Chris took my answer though, because like storyline wise, I would love to see Randy versus Cody. Just because of the history that's there. Like literally, Cody's very first match on Monday Night Raw was against Randy. So
Facts.
storyline wise, that's what I really want to see. But in ring wise, man, Cody versus Gunther is the next big money match, in my opinion.
Now that y'all say that though, Mark, didn't we see kind of Cody referenced it in the middle of the match last night? He was taunting Roman as if he was about to hit an RKO. So maybe it could. So maybe it could be long-term storytelling again.
Yeah,
Those two gonna have to collide one day.
Yeah,
At
for sure.
some point, it has to come full circle. The Serpent versus Homelander. We gotta get it.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to. I can't lie.
Do you see this dude? That's Homelander.
Yeah, Homelander was a bad dude, bro. You don't want to piss him off.
That's
Laser beam yourself to death.
Talk to my son like that.
The real OGs remember Cody Rhodes' character on Arrow. That man couldn't feel pain.
Yeah.
That's what real people remember. But
Right.
that's another conversation for another day. But overall, before we close this thing on out of here, uh, Philly G, what are your thoughts overall on WrestleMania this year? What's your star rating for it?
For WrestleMania this year, my man.
Yep, nights 1 and 2.
Night one kind of knocked it down. I'm gonna be real with you. But if I'm giving a rating, night two took it back up to where it belongs at its prominence. When you're messing with the final rock, 9.5. My city showed out and they did what they were supposed to do. Congratulations to the new champions. Congratulations to champions like Logan Paul that retained. Hell of a show.
Okay,
Hell of a show.
okay. Big A, what would you give as an overall rating for WrestleMania 40? Is it live up there with 17 and 18?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But
Okay, what would you rate it?
stars,
Yeah.
I give 4 stars.
Okay.
Excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, we had some good matches.
Yeah.
Again, R-Truth and winning his first Mania match, and that meant a lot.
Well, then, dang, if it's a 5-star system, I wish you would have told me that. Yeah, 4.5, really. But
4.5?
I mean, 9.5 out of the 10 scale, but 4.5
I get
out
4.
of the 5-star. Yeah.
This is more of a Rocky. Yeah, and ironically, is in Philadelphia, so this is more of a Rocky type thing. Especially with Sami Zayn, and then beating the odds and beating the big Russian foreign guy, and Cody Rhodes finally beating the guy that's been beating him. So this is all Philadelphia themed with Rocky Balboa.
Yes, it is.
Hey,
Paulie.
Paulie, we're going to go to the gym and we're going to fight. Hey, Paulo, I don't think you should fight him, Paulo. I don't think you should do it. But yeah, it was great, man. Great story. I can't wait to see what SummerSlam brings us. I can't wait to see what Triple H in the new era has got, because now we got a Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes is the leader now. We got a new champ with Damian Priest. We got CM Punk. We got all these stars and these brilliant minds.
Bayley is the new champion over
Bayley's the new champ. Paul Heyman's a Hall of Famer. So, Paul Heyman's going to be more hands-on to this. So we got a new WWE era. And just like they always say, like I've been saying lately, pro wrestling is back in WWE.
Yes, it is.
So no more sports entertainment. Pro wrestling is back. And
wrestling is cool again.
Exactly. And now, under Triple H, who had the Black and Gold NXT, off the chain, man, off the chain. And I believe, and I'm going to say this in my closing, that I am so glad how the WWE honors Triple H and all the peers. They honor him. They call him the leader. And he is. And he has been booking some brilliant stuff ever since he's been the booker. So I am proud of Triple H. Triple H understands us as fans. He knows what we want to see. Not, like Vince, look, this is what I want. No, he understands. And it makes sense. So I'm glad, bro. I'm happy. I'm going to start watching wrestling again.
That includes all elite wrestling too, right?
No, AEW.
God damn it.
No.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I got a question
man.
for you, Big A.
Yes, sir.
Who are you gonna give some respect and some love to first? Luis Perez is your favorite quarterback in football, or All Elite Wrestling?
All Elite Wrestling.
Damn.
Wait,
what?
Damn. Okay.
Yeah,
I got my answer.
Perez sucks. Yeah, Luis Perez.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Nah, bro.
I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars.
Oh, okay.
It had some really great moments.
It did.
But in my humble opinion, I know you're trying to get as many people on WrestleMania as possible. I get it.
Yeah.
If some of the matches would have been left off, like I hate to say, Eon Bailey, the Street Profits, and Rage versus Dominic too.
Yeah. Those SmackDown matches.
Yeah, those matches would have been off of it. It would have been phenomenal.
I agree with you.
Those are my only low lights, but I thought overall it was a very good WrestleMania. It's come a long way from Mania 34 and
Yes,
36. So I'm happy. So
Those chants still going.
but that is our show for this evening. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we broke down the best of WrestleMania 40. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Tell your mama, tell your friends, tell your neighbor, tell everybody. We here.
Do it.
I tell you guys each and every time I get a chance. No other sports program anywhere on cable television, social media, or YouTube covers a wide variety of sports like the Real to Sports podcast. Whether it's NFL, UFL, NBA, NCAA Women's Hoops, the WNBA, NASCAR, HBCU, every sport that's played under the sun, we cover it right here for you guys. And you're not going to get this type of coverage anywhere else in the world. So come on back, like, share, and subscribe. We're back tomorrow at 7 p.m. We got sports to talk about. We had a great weekend of sports. We're going to break it all down for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and step out of the way. Big A, is there anything you want to say to the people before we call it a night?
No, sir. You said it all. You can go ahead and close it out.
Hey, man. Philly G, the host of WrestleMania, you got any last words before we go?
All I want to say is, for the people that came out this past weekend to my place, thank you. I want to say to y'all, thank you for having me on the show. This has been a hell of a weekend, man. And I won't say that it's my last time watching WWE or any type of wrestling because I know myself. I might take a break though after a while because this was icing on the cake for me. That's all.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at it.
I'm ready
But
to
hey, same. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Y'all know the motto: stay safe. And when you stay safe, get safe. I said it backwards. It's been a long weekend. There's been a lot of sports going on. Be safe and stay safe. Happy wrestling, everybody. We out of here.